listening to New Kids on the Pod with your hosts, Mamba, Tony D, and JYD.
Hello, everybody. We'd like to welcome you to New Kids on the Pod. I am one of your hosts, JYD, and with me, as always, is Tony D and Mamba. What's going on, guys?
What up?
What's the word?
I don't really want to be here.
You never want to be here. Wow.
Yeah, but Pokemon Go just released today.
Released yesterday?
Oh, okay. For iPhone users, just released today. And I got the itch.
Actually, it was released yesterday in Australia for iPhone users.
Okay, for Americans.
I'm an American. I had it yesterday.
So did I.
And why would they release Pokemon Go in Australia? In like the most dangerous place ever.
Because that's where the
real Pokemons are.
That's where you have to do the least amount of walking.
Australia, if I'm not mistaken, is where time starts. So when they release something at like, say like at midnight, it's always midnight first in Australia.
Wouldn't it be Japan though?
I don't know. I just totally made that up.
He made that up because time doesn't start there, you idiot.
It doesn't?
No.
So why the fuck did they get it first?
Because they get the sun first.
Why didn't Japan get it first?
Because Japan is full of...
Japan's got to be feeling salty, though. Didn't they create Pokemon and they got it last?
Yeah.
No, this is what happens. Japan is full of minorities. And Australia is full of white people.
When they're in their own country, I don't think they're considered minorities.
Australia isn't a country, it's a continent.
Well, you said Japan, you idiot.
I said Japan.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
we were
why I
talking
said
about Australia.
Okay, but I was talking about Japan.
Oh, Mamba.
So Pokemon Go got released. Everyone's been playing it to the point where it upsets me.
I hate you so much. Don't try to make me look stupid. I know what I was talking about. What? What'd you say?
Oh, don't go ahead. Continue.
Yeah, anyways, Pokemon Go, it's amazing.
No, it's not. It's horrible. I hate it.
It sucks that the server's all crapped out.
Yeah, it doesn't. First of all, it doesn't work. Second of all, it's extremely dangerous. You can't play unless you're outside. And if you're gonna play, you either you can't be driving or you have to be walking.
Well, you got to keep in mind their demographic. Their demographic is like young white kids, not like kids from the hood that can't go outside past like 5 p.m.
I mean, I could go outside.
Oh yeah, you can if you're brave enough.
Yep.
Like today, my mom's like, I gotta go to the grocery store, and it's like right around the corner,
So
like a few blocks away.
Did you like volunteer to go?
No, I told her I'd go with her, and then like she hands me the keys to the car. I'm like, no, we're walking. She's like, why are we walking? I'm like, cause it's a nice day and you need exercise.
Damn.
So
we call your mom fat?
No, I just said she needs exercise.
Why would she need exercise?
Because at her job she sits all day.
Okay.
So she needs to like move around, do something.
Let them tell a story. Don't worry.
So we're walking and like 10 minutes in, she's like, oh, now I know why you wanted to walk. Because she sees me trying to catch all these Pokemon.
¿Quieres jugar juegos? Is that how you say it? Yeah.
So I caught a bevy of drowsies on the way there and back.
Drowsies.
Don't you think where Junkyard lives, we should be catching a bunch of like mucks and grimers?
Yeah, like all the dirty Pokemon.
Like all the trash Pokemon.
Because he's right by like the water reclamation.
I'm gonna like
place.
send. Is there a way to contact them? Like, hey, my friend lives next to a garbage dump.
Can you?
Why can't I
send all the mucks and grimers
his way?
And you're wearing a Pokemon hat, aren't you?
Exactly, Zelda.
You
Zelda.
are fucking stupid.
Hey man, I'm not into this nerd shit.
For
all right.
those of you who don't know, Tony is wearing a Legend of Zelda hat, and Junkyard just said, "Oh, he has a Triforce on."
Yeah, so Junkyard's like, "Is that a Pokemon hat?"
Sorry, I'm not a nerd.
Also, what did you just say? How do I keep on catching a bunch of these bats? They're zoo bats. You idiot.
Motherfucker, because I ain't a nerd.
Then why are you wasting your time playing it?
Because I want to see what the hype is about. I've had FOMO.
Well, you already seen it. Now you can delete it now.
You were one of the people that is.
No, I'm already
invested.
invested.
So it's like a bad relationship at this point.
Yeah, exactly. I'm invested. I have to like see it through. But it's obviously for nerds like you guys.
If you get up and go outside and walk around, it'd be a better workout for you than jiu-jitsu. Nerd alert! And it's free.
That is true.
Nerd alert!
That's you guys.
Okay.
It's a terrible soundbite.
We have a studio audience. By studio audience, I mean one person. Does Junkyard like kind of like ruin things?
He does.
Oh, okay. Yes, he does.
He nodded.
Says one
in
person.
agreement.
Says one person.
Hey,
he
that
does
one-
not speak for the rest of the audience.
If you consider it percentage wise, he's
Yeah.
probably a good 20% of our audience.
What are you talking about? We're blowing up. Have you obviously
Well,
haven't
I
seen
mean,
the latest? Didn't you guys get the memo with the weekly memo I send out
If you take his
with
opinion,
our current rankings
Oh,
and
No, you didn't
numbers?
send it to me.
I
Well,
sent-
no,
I
we don't want to we don't want to humble brag on the air. So we'll talk about. We're not going to get into specifics on how popular we are.
if
at
you
this
take
point.
into consideration, like percentage wise, 100% of our studio audience say that you suck.
That's true. 100% do say that's a lot.
1 for 1, that's pretty good.
I take those odds to Vegas.
All right, guys. Well, let's go ahead and get to our Urban Dictionary word of the day. Shall we?
Ooh, I know what it should be.
What should it be?
It should be Russian pipeline.
Why Russian pipe?
I heard
Look
about
it up.
Irish
I have a better one.
Are you, no, I promise
No,
you. This
I
is
promise
good.
you this is.
All right, let's have two.
Can we save Russian pipeline for next episode?
No, this cannot wait. I'm telling
Oh,
you.
Jesus Christ.
All right, so read yours and then look up Russian pipeline.
All right. For our today's word, or one of today's word, I guess, is Trumper bait. Actually, why don't you look up Russian pipeline while I read this?
And then you'll read.
So today's word is Trumper bait. Mamba, what is Trumper bait?
Trumper bait. I'm going to assume it has something to do with Donald Trump. It is something that Donald Trump tweets to get attention.
And no, it's something that Donald tweets to get a rise out of the uneducated Southern Caucasian folk.
Something like that.
All right.
The act of delusionally self-rewarding oneself for the occurrence of a terrible event by publicly masturbating while simultaneously spamming Twitter.
Like when like when the Orlando shootings happened, and then Donald Trump was like, "Yep, I said this would happen.
Yep.
You guys didn't believe me."
I said it, and y'all didn't believe me.
All right, and it can be used as a verb and as a noun. Let me use the first sentence as a verb. Donald Trump unpresidentially Trumper-baited all over himself and the Twitter world when he appreciated the congratulations for the massacre in Orlando. Now let me use it as a noun. Hey, did you see Trump's big Trumper bait last night? He must have bust a nut all over his small hands. And that is our first word of the day, Trumper bait.
All right, now do your word.
All right, so our bonus Urban Dictionary word or phrase of the day is Russian pipeline. All right, this is pretty graphic. So should we do that disclosure? Like if you're sensitive or if you got kids?
Nah.
No, if you listen to this podcast, you don't need that.
That's true. I mean, if you're listening to us now, you should know what you're getting yourself into. All right, Russian pipeline. When a male or female takes an unusually large dump, which looks like a submarine, then freezing it, and then later using it as a dildo on their partner,
Oh my god.
Sounds like some shit Mamba.
letting it melt slowly inside of them.
Oh my god.
And that is a Russian pipeline.
That's gross.
Wow. Whoever made that has quite
So-
the imagination.
So I never heard about this until yesterday. Yesterday I went to lunch with some coworkers, and we went to this place called, it's like a Mediterranean place. It's called Naf Naf or Naf Naf, whatever. Anyway, it was really good. So we're sitting there like in this kind of like hipsterish looking place, and we're sitting outside because it was really crowded. And we're outside. There's people walking in and out, and we're like openly discussing the Russian pipeline. And people are just like, okay, the fuck. But I never heard about it, so I found it interesting because one of my friends was like, yeah, what about a Russian pipeline? I'm like, what's that? I've heard of the Irish pipeline, but you know,
For those of you who don't know, Irish Pipeline, we went to New Orleans, and it was a gay porno movie that was being advertised on the cable provider. That
it was the cover of it was 4 strapping young redheads, male, very muscular, and the title was Irish Pipeline.
a lot of redheaded guys. a
I'm
lot of gingers.
assuming there were no females involved in that.
Hope not. I want to get my money's worth.
All right, guys. We also have an email today.
Ooh, the email.
So it is from our very, what do you call it? Like a wonderful listener.
You've got mail.
The guy that, NKOTP sucks at Gmail.
Yes.
Nice.
His subject is, hey, JYD. And then it's a meme. it says, "Hey, JYD," and then it's pictures of bacon, but they oddly look like penises.
Are you sure, or are you just?
Well, I mean,
Is that just like?
Is that something you are imagining in your
oh,
head?
Is it-
actually, no, I'm lying.
Is that just a Rorschach test?
I didn't open. I actually did not open the full picture until now.
It's like an ink blot.
It
Yeah.
actually says,
He
"I'm
sent
sorry."
me a bunch of dicks.
Yeah.
I don't
I'm
know
sorry.
what's wrong with this
All
guy.
right, maybe it is an ink blot test. Maybe I'm super gay
And
because
you just saw a bunch of dicks.
yeah, because it actually says, "Hey, JYD, would you indulge in this bacon booty?" I guess it's butts, but I thought they looked like dicks. But all right, I guess I am.
So it's bacon, and the bacon kind of looks like a butt. But JYD, of course, saw penises.
I did see penises.
You clearly failed the Rorschach test.
Yep.
But it's
And-
okay, though. It's cool because you love the gays.
I do love
When
the
you
gays.
seen that, you saw your most fondest desire, your heart's felt desire.
And yes, I would indulge in that bacon booty because bacon is delicious.
Yeah, I would too. Definitely not dicks. That's not dicks at all.
Even if it was bacon dicks, I'd still indulge in that because bacon is still delicious.
I hope whoever sent that to you is gonna get a kick out of it.
That I thought they were dicks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like this guy, I don't know why he's sending me dicks. I'm like, Junker, he sent you a text email. There's no pictures. Hey, guys, look at all these dicks, guys. Why are there so many dicks?
All right, let's go ahead and let's get to a segment we haven't heard in a long time. Let's do Tony's. What do you pick, Tony? Not fun fact or your recipe?
You're gonna do both, right?
I'm gonna do both, but
Which one first?
let's do the not fun fact. That's pretty funny.
All right, let's go ahead and do not fun fact.
In the spirit of the Russian pipeline. All right. So today's not fun fact, it's about sloths, and it was provided by Junkyard, and it's pretty interesting. So apparently, sloths only go to the bathroom like once, like a week, and since they only go once a week, they can lose up to a third of their body weight in one session. So that can be pretty crazy. Can you imagine, like, hitting up the toilet and you lose a third of your body weight?
Yeah, I wouldn't have no need to work out.
So basically, like, that's not the only issue. The issue is, like, you know, they're always up in trees and shit. But the thing is, like, they're very sluggish. And when they need to go, they usually go, that's the only time they ever visit the ground floor to do their business. But you can imagine they're easy targets for predators at a top speed of 6 centimeters, 2 inches per second.
That's pretty slow.
That's pretty slow. So a lot of them, what they do is, like, I guess they just go in the tree now. So they just go in the tree, and moths lay their eggs on their droppings, and then those moths, like, hatch, and then they fly around the sloths and they eat, like, the algae off their backs or something.
Oh,
so it works out.
It's a win-win.
Yeah.
So they evolved. They were like, all right, maybe I don't need to go all the way down there and shit.
I can just shit up here.
Yeah.
It's like Mama when he's like, I don't have to get out of this tub. This
Yeah.
shit. I
Yeah.
just shit in here.
I'm not upset about that. That was very smart on my part. I killed 2 birds with 1 stone.
How many Russian pipelines you get out of that? That one session.
They were not in pipe form. They were all. None of that was solid. Also, another not fun fact that I heard about sloths is that sometimes when they're climbing trees, they'll mistake their arms for tree branches and try to grab onto them and fall to their deaths. I read that somewhere.
pretty
So
awesome.
sloths are stupid.
And slow. Mm-hmm. All right. That's a good not fun fact. Let's go ahead and let's get to Tony's recipe, shall we? We haven't heard one of these in a while.
No, we have not.
Making pancakes,
All right.
making
So this recipe
pancakes.
is something that I tried. This was it Monday. We were all hanging out with Mr. and Mrs. Bernard. They were gracious enough to host a barbecue, and I guess one of Mrs. Bernard's neighbors dropped off some, like, dessert, and I'd never seen him before. And I was like, "What the fuck is this?" There was like 3 of them left. I was like, "Oh, those are they're like candy covered grapes, but they taste like caramel apples. So it's like caramel, grape, and some other stuff, which I will explain." So I was like, "Oh, you want one? Go ahead." You better believe I ate whatever was in that plate. Like all of them. Shit was good. So this is a recipe for. What is it?
Bacon pancakes, that's what it's gonna make. Bacon pancakes.
Oh, caramel apple pie grape poppers. I had to look up the title because I knew I was gonna fuck it up. So it's a lot of words. All right, so these are the ingredients: 40 fresh grapes, green. A 9-ounce bag of caramels. Best is Werther's baking caramels. 8 ounces of vanilla Candy Quick coating. I guess Candy Quick is like a thing you can just buy. Candy Quick, that's like melting chocolate or something. Hey, Google it. Graham cracker crumbs, ground cinnamon for sprinkling, and toothpicks. So you line a baking sheet with wax paper and spray with non-stick cooking spray. Wash the grapes, pack completely dry, spear each grape with a toothpick. That means impale the grape with a toothpick. You melt the caramels in a microwave bowl for 30 seconds. And then you dip each grape in the melted caramel and place them on the wax paper. Place the grapes in the refrigerator for 15 minutes until the caramel is completely set. Then you melt the vanilla Candy Quick according to package directions. Holding the end of the toothpicks, dip each grape in the Candy Quick, allow the excess coating to drip off, and return to the wax paper. Dip the bottom of the grape popper in graham cracker crumbs and sprinkle immediately with cinnamon. And you keep refrigerator for best results. And I will tell you, they taste exactly like a caramel apple.
They do. I had one as well. They are delicious.
Yeah, and I never knew they existed, so I'm kind of pissed that no one fucking told me how good that shit was going to be.
Can I just make a little quick correction? It's pronounced caramel.
Oh.
It's pronounced caramel. There's a A after the R. An A before and after.
Well, I say caramel.
Okay, but that's not right.
Where I'm from, because I'm half English.
Okay.
We say caramel, across the pond.
You speak the Queen's English?
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Apologies. Apologies, sir.
That is the only English that should be allowed in America. All you who speak non-Queen's English, you're all ungrateful colonials.
You probably celebrated the 4th of July, too.
All right. So I know that some people say we shouldn't talk serious. This is a comedy podcast, but I think this is something we have to talk about today.
We don't have to.
I think we do. I think it's important.
I think we should talk about other stuff.
Like what? Go give us some topics.
About how Taylor Swift and Tom Hiddleston hung out on the 4th of July.
Yeah.
I mean, they did, but okay.
That sounds great.
All right, let's talk about
I just think that's funny. I mean, because he's British. What's he doing celebrating the 4th of July?
Because he's hanging out with a baby girl?
Yeah, but still, like, why would I hang out with you? You defected. You're going to, so what are you going to, how are you going to celebrate this 4th of July? By breaking up with me? Because you don't want to pay taxes? Nothing? Yeah. All right, Turok, give me a beer. Play me out.
All right, so what else you want to talk about, Mama? All you had?
Yeah, that's all I had.
All right, so I guess continue, Junker, with your topic.
All right. So, yeah, we try to keep this light, but I think this is something we need to address. So today we're recording on Thursday, the 7th of July. So you probably won't hear this till the 8th, which is tomorrow. But as of today and yesterday, there were 2 shootings of black men in the United States. One happened yesterday in Louisiana, in
Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge. I was going to say Boca Raton, but that's in Florida. In Baton Rouge. And then today there was another shooting in Minnesota. Also, a black man being shot by a police officer. Do you want to tell what actually happened?
So the first one that Junker mentioned was the one that was in Baton Rouge was Alton Sterling. Was that his name?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to give the facts. Because, we at NKOTP are not into speculation. Actually, yeah, we are. And we're going to speculate the fuck out of this. But for now, we'll give you some facts. So, fact. The police responded to a call saying that a guy in a red shirt selling CDs was waving around a gun, threatening people. Police show up. They see a guy that matches that description, which is Alton Sterling. Something happens. There's an altercation, and they try to arrest him. And apparently, he's resisting arrest, so they pin him to the ground. When they finally get him to the ground, both officers are on top of him. It's a pretty it's a crappy video.
But there was two videos.
No, there's two videos. The second one was a lot better.
The second one was a lot better.
But I mean, even though, okay, so there's two videos. One's a little better, but even then, it's still, they're both sketchy. You take what you will from it. So they're both on top of him, and then one of them yells, "He's got a gun," and
then you hear shots.
Then you hear two shots, and then the camera goes. Well, I saw the cell phone one. Then the cell phone goes off.
Well, there was another cell phone, but it was a better quality one. But go ahead.
And it was from a different angle too.
Yeah, it was a different angle.
So he got shot in the chest like a total of maybe four times. Four times.
There was
right?
two shots, a pause, and then two more shots.
Okay, so yeah, so two shots, pause, and then two more for good measure.
Right.
And then at the end of the video, you see the cop. One of them goes in his pocket. He has like these cargo shorts, I guess, and in one of the pockets, like I guess
he's got a gun.
He pulls out a gun.
Pulls out a gun. There was a gun.
Pulls out a gun. So there's a lot of controversy. Everything, hit the fan, and people are like all upset. And my gripe, this actually ties into my gripe, because some people are all, especially the media, all of a sudden now, okay, it was a tragic event, but now everybody just wants to talk about, oh, this guy had priors, or he was doing something illegal, or, what he did in the past, I don't think it warranted a death sentence to what he had or what happened to him. I don't think it warranted what happened. But, I mean, in the officer's defense, if he had a gun and, I don't know, maybe he was going for it, even though nowhere in the video does it show that his hand was near it. But like I said, different angles. It's hard to tell. In the second
video, it also did not look like he was going for his gun. But plus, you got to think about this. The way I saw it was, you have two police officers on top of him.
White.
I mean,
white. Let's get that out of the way.
Yeah, there were two white officers on top of a black suspect, Anyway, there's two officers on top of them. Okay, they should have easily been able to control the situation without having a result in shooting him. Even if he did have a gun, there's two of them. One of them had a taser in his hand. They had already tased him. They could have done more to not, shoot him.
Also, I don't know the state's gun laws, but
it was. I think it wasn't. I think it was an illegal gun.
Yeah, he was actually on probation. He was already. He had priors. He had. I think he was for. I think solicitation of a minor or sex with a minor.
And then
and I think domestic violence.
Yeah, domestic violence
and possession.
So he had a few.
Yeah, I mean, he's not obviously.
He's not an ideal citizen.
He's not the cleanest citizen. But is that enough? Did that warrant a death sentence? That's the issue. And
it did not.
And the problem is, like I said, everyone now goes all, fuck the police. This is why shit's the way it is. And of course, like I already know, like, this is my prediction how it's going to play out. There's not going to be any charges against these cops. They're on paid administrative leave. So they're just chilling at home, getting paid, just waiting all this to blow over.
Yeah.
Because by the time this actually, if it does go to trial, if any charges, I mean, it's going to take like maybe a year.
And then people will forget about it.
Yeah, everyone forgets about it.
And not just that. I mean, they're going to get off because of the evidence. Like, unless they have body cams on them, which I'm not positive about. Actually, I think they did have body cams. They did have body cams. But they came unclipped.
Yeah, but I don't know how good that's going to be.
So what I'm saying is, like, there's not enough. I mean,
were they conveniently turned off?
No, they can't be turned off. What do you call it? In the video, it's hard. Like, you can kind of see that he's not reaching for his gun. Yeah. But it's not clear that he wasn't reaching for a gun. Yeah. So it's easy for them to say he was reaching for his gun, and you can't, from the video, like, say for sure, 100% sure that he wasn't reaching.
Yeah.
So they're going to get off because you can't prove that he was not reaching for his gun.
And the thing is that these officers, like, when they're in a place like this is probably not, this doesn't sound like it's the nicest place, to work in, So when they got to make a split decision, like, even if you're on top of someone and you see that they have a gun, and you think they're gonna go for it, or maybe their hand moves the wrong way, like, it's one of those, like, split second things. Like, are you gonna sit there and think about it? Well, he might not go for it. I mean, I guess it's one of those things where you just, You just gotta make a snap decision.
Yeah.
It may not have been the right one, but
I think they panicked. I honestly think they panicked and they just shot him.
I guess they tried to tase him, and that was pretty much not very effective.
He was a big guy.
So I'm assuming that
He was probably
yeah.
he was a big dude. He wasn't small at all.
Yeah.
So yeah, the taser probably didn't do a whole lot.
I think the taser just angered him.
Whatever. But like what do you call it? Some people are also saying he was resisting and whatnot, and maybe he was, but still, like, you shouldn't have shot him.
And it's funny because there's videos. There's a video that I saw earlier about this white guy that was he was about to get arrested, or he was making a scene at some, I guess, a restaurant.
Oh, was he like a fast food place?
Yeah, the white guy.
Yeah, and he was beating the shit out of
And
some
he
guy.
was just, and these two cops are like trying to tell him to get on the ground, and he's not listening. He's yelling back. They tase. It takes him a while to tase him, and he's just like, he just starts lunging at one of the cops, just starts
wailing on him,
punching him, just starts wailing on him. And I mean, of course they're not going to shoot.
So, do you guys think that? All right. So, I work for security, and I will be the first to admit that sometimes you profile people. And do you think certain minorities and ethnicities get profiled harder than others?
Yeah, for sure. It's not. I don't think that's up for debate.
Say if you're in a situation with two guys, one's black, one's white, they're both doing the same thing, they're both resisting, they're both putting up a fight, the white guy is going to receive less force.
I think in some cases, yes.
I think because if it's a white guy and or it's anybody, because I guess studies have improved that even black people, they feel like white people are a less threat. They'll see a white person and just like, all right, well, it's when they see a black guy, it's like their spider sense goes off. They're like, oh, I'm in immediate danger.
Right.
Sometimes people don't like walking down the street if they see a black guy coming, they feel uncomfortable. But if you see a white guy, it's like, all right, I'm good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely profiling, and I mean, they've done studies. I mean, and the thing is, I think a lot of it has to do with the way, the police were trained. I mean, for example, at least in this city, like in Chicago, there's a large black population, and they don't live in the majority of them aren't in the safest areas.
A lot of them are from the outside area,
right.
the surrounding area of Chicago,
and there's a lot of shootings and a lot of crime in those areas so right away, obviously, you get that mentality of like, oh, he's black, he's got to be up to no good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But my whole thing, at least with the situation, is I think they did a poor job of controlling the situation, at least from my take, from what I saw in the video, because I think it's 2 against 1. You know what I'm saying? And he's already on the ground. He's not standing up.
Sometimes people can get out of control, and I can understand why. Even if you have two guys, it's so. Like, if somebody doesn't want to be contained, they're going to be hard.
No, I understand that, but like they from the video, he seemed to be contained pretty well. They had their knees.
Yeah, they were both on top.
They both were on top of him. Okay, so that's 2 men on top of you, 2 full, and they were not small men. Mm-hmm. You have 2 men on top of him. He was already tased, even if the taser didn't do much. Like, they should have done a better job of de-escalating the situation, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But it resulted in a shooting.
All right, so that situation is kind of iffy because, I mean, obviously that guy wasn't a saint, but, I mean, it has nothing to do with the situation now, but there was...
a second shooting.
There was a second shooting.
Today.
This one was a lot worse.
It seems way worse because there's...
I'm gonna look up his name. I forgot the guy's name.
His name was Phil here. Philadin Castile. That's right.
Yeah, this one was a lot. There's less, I guess, from what we saw.
There was less video footage because there wasn't the shooting. You can actually see the shooting in the other.
Yeah,
you physically saw
this
the
one. Yeah, like in the other. Yeah, this one. Yeah, all you see is the aftermath.
So this is what happened. Let's just get the story. So, based on this video, there's a husband and a wife and their daughter.
Give the back seat.
We're driving down the street.
Okay.
They get pulled over by a police officer.
This is in Minnesota.
They get pulled over by a police officer. So from what we know is the wife, after they were pulled over, the police officer shot the man in the arm. Shot him
Well, you're skipping.
No, hold on, wait. But this is all we know. No, this is all we know.
Giving facts.
I'm just giving facts. This is it.
Yeah.
So he shot him. Then the wife started filming after the shooting, She started live filming or live streaming via Facebook. And she started talking to the police officer calmly, and she tried to. She gave the version of the story, or her version of the story of what happened, and then the more police officers arrived, and the guy was dead in the car. He died.
Yeah, he died from the injuries.
Right, and she straightened pretty much everything from the point from where he was shot to the point where the rest of the police arrived, took her out of the car, took the kid out of the car. And then the ambulance arrived, and that's pretty much where it cuts.
Yeah, from what her version is that they got pulled over for a busted taillight, and when they pulled him over, her husband said, they asked for license and registration, and he said, okay, it's in my pocket. I also have a gun.
Yeah, I have a concealed carry.
I have a concealed carry
license.
I have a license, and I have a firearm. Just like it's legit, it's legal. And apparently, when he went to reach, he's like, "But I'm gonna get my license." So I guess when he reached in his pocket,
the cop freaked out and shot him.
The cop, that's her version of the story.
And then
you could tell the cop was
right.
Was freaking out.
The cop was definitely freaking out because once she started recording, he started. She was talking. She was actually very calm at the beginning, like when she was in the vehicle, she was extremely calm. She was telling her side of the story. What was really sad was the daughter in the back. It was like saying, "Oh, Mom, I'm here with you," and the cop, you could tell, was just completely just freaking out. He kept on saying, fuck, and he told her, don't move, keep your hands where I can see them. He was totally freaking out.
And the thing is, like in that situation, from what we saw in both situations, it looks bad. Like I said, we don't know all the facts. We weren't there, so we can only speculate,
from what we see.
But from what it looks and what we know, it's bad.
And this situation is different from the other one because this guy wasn't a criminal. He had no criminal past.
Oh yeah.
He was just a simple guy living his life. He worked in a school cafeteria. He was a manager of the school cafeteria.
Yeah.
He didn't have any priors. He didn't, and everything was kosher. So he's not like in the other case where obviously, even though it doesn't matter, he did have priors and all that. People like to throw that stuff out. In this case, you have nothing to say about this guy.
Yeah, and there's another video of this white guy like in a park. I don't know if you guys seen it. This white guy is just like he's literally waving a gun around, and there's like 10 cops, and he's just like waving a gun around, and they keep telling him put it down, and he won't put it down. Mm-hmm. So I guess they shoot him with like those rubber bullets.
Oh yeah,
and just kind of like. And I think they spent about a good 20 minutes just trying to get him to put the gun down until they finally are able to,
See, and that's the problem. Like that for me, that seems more justifiable to shoot somebody that's just waving a gun around, as opposed to somebody who he was pulled over. He said, "I have a gun. I have a legal concealed weapon, which I have a license for." Like I said, this is all based on what she said, what the wife said, because we weren't there. She said that he said he was going to reach for his driver's license. The cop clearly freaked out, pulled his gun out, and shot him.
Yeah. And like I said, I understand, that's another terrible situation. But if her version is anywhere near the truth, it looks bad. And the thing is, a lot of cops, there's a lot of good cops out there, but they're being overshadowed by all this stupid shit you see and they get blown up in the media. And the thing is, I saw this one video, this guy talking, and he made a good point that good cops won't speak up about bad cops. Like if a bad cop does something, they'll be like, oh, well, they'll justify it. Oh, well, he was resisting. Oh, well, he had priors. Oh, well, he was a scumbag. Yeah, but that was still it was handled poorly. And I think that's why a lot of people really get upset, is because the only people that want to hold these the police accountable are just the general public. Police officers are like, oh no, it was fine. If they would have been like, okay, look, it was bad. We know it's bad. It looks bad. At least some semblance of accountability, I think, would kind of go a long way with the public. At least someone say, you know what, that looks terrible. From what we know, it looks like a bad situation. and we're gonna look into it.
Well, in Minnesota, they actually the governor came out and said that.
Yeah, I
it
did
was,
see that.
You know, he said it was definitely racial profiling, and that he's gonna investigate further.
So but it's up to the Justice Department now. Now
Right.
it's all up to the Justice
Even
Department.
even if this was just an accident, even if these situations were just accidents, do you think like cops should still be held accountable? I mean, because I know their job is stressful, and I know they have to deal with stuff they will never deal with. But shouldn't there be some accountability? Because like I work security, but if I grab somebody and I like choke them and they ended up dead, I wouldn't get paid leave. I'd probably go to jail.
you wouldn't get a paid vacation.
Yeah, I wouldn't get a paid vacation. Like nobody would investigate it and be like, "You killed this guy."
You're done.
Or if you're a doctor, and through some malpractice you ended up accidentally killing somebody, you'd be fucked.
There's
there's malpractice insurance, so you wouldn't be fucked.
But still, at the same time, I mean, you lose your job.
Yeah.
You lose your job.
not necessarily. You wouldn't lose your job.
It's
There's
not- it's-
not for a doctor at least.
you.
I mean,
could-
it depends on the
Depending.
situation, but
Yeah.
in most cases, if it's like a
But at the same, like
malpractice, it's not.
if
But you're saying there's more accountability in other fields.
if you do something,
Well, see, I think this is the thing too. Like, and this I think that's why they're trying to. Everybody's pushing the whole body cam thing. Is like, it's hard to prove. What? I can't believe we're getting a call, especially right now when we're in the middle of.
such hard hitting topics.
Yeah.
Topics.
That's your brother. Should we answer?
Well, why not?
How did you know we were recording?
And we're supposed to keep it anonymous too, by the way.
Answer it already.
I can't. It won't let me.
Really?
Yeah, I'm serious.
You have like one job, Junkyard. That's to produce.
Yeah, fuck it. Whatever. I don't care. It wouldn't let me answer.
Try calling back.
I'm not calling back. I'm in the middle of a hard hitting topic.
I'm gonna
here.
tell him
It's
to call
more
back.
Yeah, tell him to call back.
Tell him to call back in 10 minutes.
No, tell him to call back now.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell him to call back.
In the meantime, you better figure that shit out while you talk.
So I can't because I can't wait. I have to do it.
There we go.
Answer. Bueno. Bueno. Bueno.
You don't know who I am, but I know where you live, and if you know what's good for you, you'll quit your podcast.
We know exactly who you are, thanks to caller ID.
What?
Why are you interrupting? We are in the middle of a very hard hitting topic.
Actually, it was just Junkyard talking. So no,
Yeah,
you
I'm
don't
pretty
need-
sure whatever Junkyard was saying is not important.
Yeah, so you're not. missing.
Do you want to know what we were talking about?
I do want to know what you're talking about.
All right, we were talking about
The shooting in Minnesota.
Oh, and the other shooting too.
Yeah, the shooting in
Yeah.
Baton Rouge.
Live streamed.
What? Hello?
Say it again.
On Facebook.
Who?
I think you have some sort of interference in St. Louis.
Yes.
All right, well, hang up on him.
St. Louis must be like he must be on like 1G.
Hello?
Oh, he hung up on us.
All right, that's fine. We don't want to talk to him anyway.
So anyway, to sum up what we're talking about, I'm gonna sum it up in one phrase. If you give a man a gun,
Jesus Christ.
he is a thug for a day. If you give a man a badge, he's a thug for life.
That's unfair.
also,
Yeah, it is unfair. I just like saying that.
Also,
That's unfair. There's a lot of good cops.
an interesting thing that I just read is that for this guy, what was his name again?
Philidin?
Castile?
Castile.
You know how the NRA is like super supports everybody,
of course.
pro-gun,
They're pro-gun,
obviously,
right.
but they have not said anything about this guy being killed. Like he is a concealed and carry guy,
Right.
and he was a solid citizen.
He was.
Yeah.
And he even told off. He
Yeah.
pre-warned the officer, I have a gun.
But
Yeah, he did everything by the book. The only issue is that he wasn't white.
But for some reason, the NRA has not talked about it. They have not tweeted about it, and they tweet about anything they can get their hands on.
Yeah.
So what is in this particular situation that they don't support?
His skin color is too dark for the NRA.
Oh, he has too much melanin.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
what it is.
So yeah, I don't know, man. It's just this is really bad. And I was listening to there's a sports radio station here in Chicago called The Score, and there's a host on there. His name's Jason Goff. He's a really nice guy. He was talking about the whole situation, and he was saying how his his wife is actually a victim. Her brother was running away from a fight, and he also was shot by police at one point in the past. So she has firsthand experience of like a tragedy like this that has personally struck him. And Jason's black, and his wife is black, and he said like he almost started crying on air. He was explaining himself and saying how he is truly in fear of being black, and whenever he sees a cop, he kind of like he tightens up. He walks a little bit straighter. He tries to he's 5 miles under the speed limit. Like he's trying to just you don't want to have to put yourself in a position to be shot. And I think it's a problem now where they have to we're not black, so we don't know what that feels like. But it's a problem where they have to feel that way.
I listen to hip hop music, so does that count?
No,
and I'm half.
Yeah,
you're not half.
Where it counts.
Exactly.
Not even there.
From the waist down.
Because I am a centaur.
So, yeah, we shouldn't have to live in a society where you have to be fearful for your life, especially from people that are hired to protect and serve, which was always the original, the motto, protect and serve. And it sucks, man.
I guess he did research, and this year so far, the country is averaging one person being shot by the police a day. Which, some of that probably is legit police work, but at the same time, no other country has that. Right. No country has this epidemic that we have. So what is it about our country that this is happening? I
think a lot of it also has to do with guns. We talked about this on our previous episode.
What's that country where everyone has a gun? Is it Norway? Everyone's got a gun. When you become a citizen, or I'm sorry, when you turn 21 or something, you're issued a gun.
That's not true. That's been false. What happens is when you turn of age, you have to enlist in the armed forces, and yes, you get issued a gun because you're in the armed forces. Oh, okay.
But don't they have
it is. I think it's in Norway or something.
But don't they have the largest?
Well, right, but that's because a large population are in the armed forces.
Oh, okay.
And they are issued a gun to serve, to do their duty.
But they don't shoot each other.
No, they don't.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
But then that's the other thing too. They're trained. They're literally trained. They are, military. And the problem here is anybody can get a gun. You can just. Obviously it takes some work, but it's not that hard. It's not that difficult. And then I love how I'm not completely anti-gun. I don't think you should abolish all weapons, but there should be some restriction. And what the problem with everybody always complains about, or all the pro-gun people are always saying are if the problem with why can't I have a gun if the criminal has a gun? But where the fuck do you think these criminals are getting guns? You know how many guns are stolen from people's houses a year? Not just that, but most of these illegal guns at one point were legal. Mm-hmm. People never bring that up. People never say that.
It's like when
illegal guns were legal guns at one point.
Yeah, they're not.
They don't just come out. They don't just get made from the factory illegally.
Yeah, okay, who got an illegal batch coming up, guys?
Right.
This one is illegal, straight to the streets.
Right.
This one's legal, to the gun shop.
Exactly.
Get your illegal guns here. Hey, kid, you look like you want to do some shooting.
No serial numbers here.
All scratched off.
Exactly. So it's just it's a vicious cycle. Let me buy a gun, so that gun gets stolen and gets to the street, and then people get shot with it. And then now legal gun owners are being shot by other people with illegal guns, or even a police officer. Mm-hmm. It's just a bad. We need to get out of this gun craze. I think that's part of the problem. Not completely the problem, obviously, because there's more more obviously racism is a problem. That's a huge problem in our society, and that's I think that's just something we're gonna have to work out. You can't get rid of racism overnight. I think it's gonna take years.
I think we could get rid of it pretty soon, though.
How?
All right, so here's my ridiculous plan. Here's what we're gonna do.
Ooh, I like this.
We're gonna make. So say if I was a president and I had supreme control over everybody, and I told them what to do.
The president doesn't really have supreme control.
He did if he wanted to. What I would do is
we'll go with it.
I would make everybody have sex with a different ethnicity, and then you would have to have a kid with that person. So it's not going to happen right away, but after years and years of
It'd just be a melting pot.
it'd just be a melting pot, and people wouldn't be able to identify what ethnicity you are, and people wouldn't care. It's like, oh, okay, that person has chinky eyes and nappy hair, but like I'm weird too,
Yeah.
and so if you just have
So if you have no race to profile, you can't.
yeah, like I don't know what the fuck that guy is. I just don't like him for him.
But that's okay.
Kind of like because he's
That's
an
okay.
asshole.
Yeah, but I don't hate him because he's some weird amalgam of ethnicities. You know what I mean?
Weird what?
Amalgam.
Amalgam.
Isn't it amalgam?
No, I think it can go both ways. I think I'm on Mamba's side this time.
Yeah,
Look it up.
It's
I thought
amalgam.
it was,
I'm pretty sure
I always thought it was amalgam.
I think it's both. I think you could do amalgam.
I said amalgam.
I think you should look it up.
Okay, you said fucking caramel, and you completely forgot a whole letter.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure this one has a specific
Yeah,
way of saying it.
Caramel has a specific. It has an extra A, which you completely ignore.
All right, we're both wrong, Mamba. Tony's right. It's amalgam.
Okay, he was wrong
Amalgam.
about
Amalgam.
caramel though.
Yeah, because the E, it's the little upside down E.
Yeah, amalgam.
Amalgam.
An upside down E.
Yeah, that's the way you pronounce it.
Wait a minute.
It's a pronunciation.
Letters can go in directions.
When
Nobody's ever told me this.
shit. All right. So enough about the amalgam.
Yeah, and yeah,
Look, Mamba, I'm just trying to like.
All right, but that's my plan though. If I was president, so say all of us here are Mexicans, we wouldn't be able to breed with other Mexicans.
So we'd have to pick like. Well, we couldn't. We have to go lighter though for us, right? We couldn't just because if we do like what Cubans or
No, but another ethnicity. So they
white
couldn't be Hispanic.
how about Caucasians?
Caucasians, fine. I would think the more diverse, the better. Like you have to have sex with like Caucasian. Like they have to be blue-eyed, blonde
Yeah.
hair.
How about the darker you are?
Can I go first on that one?
The darker.
Yeah, you can go first. you get Paige Van Zandt. That's who you get.
Oh baby,
The dark. Okay, so the darker you are, you have to get someone that's equally opposite, like light.
Yeah,
So
so we'll
if-
have
so
a
if you're-
So
color.
there's a ratio.
We'll
if
have a
you're-
color spectrum.
so
yeah.
if you're black, you go out with a pale redhead.
Yeah, you go on the other side. So we'll
if,
have
Yeah.
if you're like Wesley Snipes,
yeah,
you need to like go out with an albino.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, albino.
You go out with somebody.
That's a-
Yeah, you go out with somebody that looks like Marilyn Manson. Somebody that white.
Yeah.
So, like we'll issue. I would like give everybody a mandatory color chart, and then you would find
Whatever shade you are.
Yeah, you'll find yourself on the color chart. Like, all right, I'm charcoal,
And then-
I need to go on the opposite end. I need to find somebody that
Snowflake.
Yeah, the Stave Puff Marshmallow Man. That's when I need to go.
I never thought I would say this, but Mambo, that's a good idea.
Yeah, there would be no racism in like 20 years. Or
No,
let's
more than
50, but at the end of the day, like no, there would be no racism because you couldn't figure out who you hated.
Yeah.
I say we start campaigning Mamba for president.
Yeah,
I vote for you.
I just ended racism.
Good job. Now, how do you end poverty?
Get rid of banks.
Ooh.
Interesting. I don't think that'll work, but okay. I think that's a bad idea, but it's okay. You got one good idea that might.
Well, they're the ones that control all the money.
What does that have to do with poverty?
Because they're the ones that are foreclosing.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
have
but
all
why,
these.
but why are they foreclosing?
They have all these foreclosed house that they could
Yeah.
potentially give to homeless people, but they won't because that's money that they lose.
It's not like they need the money; they want
Yeah.
the money.
They just don't want to give anything. If you give something for free, that's bad for business.
yeah.
Of course it is.
Yeah, so. give 'em.
So are you against capitalism?
Well, I don't think capitalism really exists in this country.
What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, it is. It is.
Well, it does, but like, there's no free market. Like, it's only about who could pay the most and who regulates things. So, like we were talking about Tesla, they can't actually sell what they want because other dealerships are like, no, we don't want to lose business, or gas companies like, we don't want to lose business, so we're going to make it hard for them as possible to
Yeah.
sell stuff, sell their product. Because if they sell their product, we're going to lose stuff. So,
Except nobody can afford a Tesla.
well,
Yes.
yeah. But also, what are we talking about? How do we end poverty? Oh, also we lower the military budget. We don't need to be. We spend more money.
How dare you? How dare you?
We spend-
How dare you hate the military?
We spend-
You are so anti-American right now.
I don't hate the military.
I think I need you to leave right now.
I don't hate the
I
military.
just don't, we don't need to spend.
We don't need to spend.
See, this is why we. This
If
is, This is why we need Donald Trump as president. He's going to make America
We don't
great
need to
again.
spend billions of dollars on a brand new fighter jet. If we just invest that
That's
money.
treasonous talk right
All right,
there.
fuck. Has that fighter jet ended ISIS? No. So why are we?
ISIS is still rampant.
Yeah.
But they would, but that fighter jet is going to, it slows them down. They'd be a lot worse if it wasn't for that
The
fighter
only
jet.
way I
No,
could
actually.
The only way
Yeah,
I could justify spending that much money on a $1 billion fighting jet is if it constantly flew around the country spraying red, white, and blue mist. That's the only way I could justify spending that much money.
Well, we can make it happen. You'll be president.
I bet you if you the costs that it took to make one of those brand new fighter jets, you could probably end poverty just investing it in people. But we don't.
We want that fighter jet.
Yeah, we don't need it. Our military budget is higher
than the next 3 countries combined or something.
Yeah, and then they're all our allies.
All right, Mom, I'm tired of listening to this communist talk.
Because I'm so right, and it burns you.
No, it doesn't.
hurts.
Yeah, it hurts.
It hurts.
Go live in Russia if that's how you feel.
He's getting upset.
Junker's getting heartburn.
He's like, why is Mama dropping so much knowledge? I hate it. I can't stand when he's right.
Next segment.
Yeah, next segment.
I'm mad when Mama's
He's
right.
gonna fucking go in his room back and forth. Fuck,
Man.
what a little talk.
That fucking Mama used to be so mad
What a
sometimes.
give him free reign, and
He's gonna walk in and now slamming his door.
I need a gun.
You know what that sound means? It's our crazy news story, guys. There is no voice of NKOTP today because it is the 4th of July weekend and she's busy. So I will be reading. And everybody loves how I read. So you're welcome. Today's crazy news story is Giant Noah's Ark attraction in Kentucky features caged dinosaurs. Ooh. So the Ark Encounter tourist attraction in Kentucky wants you to think that dinosaurs were practically pets just a few thousand years ago. While scientists agree that dinosaurs died out some 65 million years ago during the KT mass extinction, Ark Encounter creator Ken Ham, oh, I love this guy, believes the planet is only around 6,000 years old. Thus, man and dinosaurs lived together, maybe like in the Flintstones. The Noah's Ark he built in Williamstown features exhibits showing dinosaurs peacefully living in cages aboard the ship. Ham, a young Earth creationist, explained in a 2000 blog post exactly how massive dinosaurs could fit on the ship. This is a direct quote from Ken Ham himself. Although there are about 668 names of dinosaurs, there are perhaps only 55 different kinds of dinosaurs. Furthermore, not all dinosaurs were huge like the Brachiosaurus, and even those dinosaurs on the Ark were probably teenagers or young adults.
What the fuck?
Ham said the Ark had 8,000 animal genera, or about 16,000 in total, including some that are now extinct, like those dinosaurs. Without getting into all the math, the 16,000 plus animals would have occupied much less than half the space in the Ark, even allowing them some moving around space, he wrote. Along with dinosaurs, NPR reported that there were other eyebrow-raising animals on display, including unicorns.
Ooh, is that why they're not around anymore?
Exactly.
Because they're all there.
Because they're extinct. The fact that the displays were completely at odds with science hasn't kept guests from enjoying them. Rachel Cross, who visited it with her 5 children, told CBS News that the Ark shows actual history. The truth, the absolute truth, Cross told the network, God's word is the Bible, and it's the absolute truth. I totally believe that. Critics and the Ark was a threat to kids. The massive attraction has been the subject of controversy, not only because it stands as giant monument to creationism, but also for its hiring practices and tax breaks. Ark Encounter employees are required to sign a statement saying they are Christians and that Jesus Christ is their Savior. The Christian Post reported, in addition, the site has been given $18 million in state tax incentives, something critics said shouldn't have been allowed given its religious nature. Ark Encounter formally opens on Thursday, for those of you who want to go see it in Kentucky.
I'm good. In Kentucky, you said?
Yes.
I don't want any business over there. I don't want nothing.
Oh, nothing to do with Kentucky.
Yeah. I'm okay.
So yeah, guys, don't go check out Noah's Ark.
That is not the craziest thing I heard about dinosaurs. There's this football player. I forgot what his name is. I have to check it out.
Chris Bosh.
No, I think I know what you're talking about. Go ahead.
Is a football player who believes that dinosaurs were just made up by scientists to disprove religion or something.
No, it wasn't football. Wasn't it? He was a baseball player. Wasn't it Albert Bell? Albert Bell.
But he just doesn't believe in dinosaurs.
Yeah,
He really like it was just a ploy by scientists.
Yeah, Albert Bell. I believe that he used to be a Sox player.
Yeah, he like, and when people were like fossils, he was like, "Oh, those were put there."
Yep, by man.
No. God put those there to test us, to test our faith,
What is he testing?
to see if we believe that shit.
Oh, okay,
If you believe it, then you're not a true man of God.
but why? How does that disprove God?
Because
What did dinosaurs ever do to him?
he didn't create dinosaurs.
They grew too powerful.
They grew too powerful,
Yeah.
Too big.
so they could reach for the sky.
Not T-Rexes though. Little arms.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and get to our gripes, shall we?
Hell no, motherfuckers! Wake the fuck up.
Tony already did his gripe.
Yep.
Mamba.
I had a list of gripes. I had a list of things that we were going to talk about. I didn't think we were going to get on this too much. All right, I'm gonna like bullet points. I'm gonna shoot them out.
Go ahead.
All right, one of my gripes is like a week or two ago, there was this girl on the Red Line. For those of you who don't know what the Red Line is, it's a train in Chicago that goes north and south. Anyway, there was this girl on the Red Line. She was stabbed and killed by this guy in the train. I think
Schizophrenic.
he knew her though.
Yeah, they were.
He wanted her to have his baby.
That was like her
But
boyfriend.
like it wasn't like a random attack. Like he knew her.
Yeah.
My gripe is that there was a whole bunch of videos of it trending on Facebook. So there was people filming it, but nobody could help her. Like nobody could stop it. Which is like if you have time to like record it. I know a guy has a knife, but it's not a gun. Like if I would at least try to do something. I wouldn't stand there and be like, oh shit, World Star.
yeah, World Star. Hold on, let me get my phone out.
Yeah. And it was just sad to see. Like I was going to work. I heard about it because where I work, the Red Line actually stops, and people that work with me like, yeah, did you hear about it? They were like, I was late today because this girl got killed on a train. And I saw the video. I was like, oh, that must be. Oh, I didn't see the video, but I saw a picture of it. And it just sucks that people actually put it on social media. Like if I died, I don't want anybody put it on their Facebook so they can get likes.
So this is what we're gonna do,
So
Tony.
you need to die privately.
Yeah, I need to die in my own home.
No, man. So you know how? So this is what we're gonna do. If he dies and we're there to witness it, we have to film it, put it on Facebook, and then we're gonna make shirts with his face on. Remember, after you die, he
Well,
did.
how am I dying? Like, are you guys gonna help me or just like? Let
No,
me
we're
die?
just gonna world start.
Oh, okay.
We're just gonna live stream it on Facebook,
That's a thing now. Yeah.
and we gotta make shirts.
If I'm
remember?
being stabbed and you guys are like, if I'm being stabbed, I'm throw like World Star and then throw out my the peace
So
sign.
the deuces. World
Yeah.
Star.
All right, that's your first gripe.
Hell no, motherfuckers! Wake the fuck up.
My second gripe is Chicago Bulls. Well, basketball. For those of you who don't care about sports too fucking bad, I'm going to talk about it anyways. Especially basketball. It's a crazy offseason.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant is going to Golden State Warriors. That may mean nothing to some of you, but it's pretty important. For my team, my favorite team, the Chicago Bulls, I don't know what the fuck are they doing. There was a big thing because they sent Derrick Rose to the Knicks, only to get
Rajon Rondo.
Rajon Rondo and
Dwayne Wade.
who is another
So it's like we traded like
one injury-prone star
to a older, more injury-prone,
more injury-prone star. So way to go, Chicago Bulls. I don't know what the fuck you guys
and
are
then
thinking.
we got one of the most uncoachable point guards in
That's
the league.
okay. It's okay because they don't have a coach anyway. So
That's true.
Yeah, it's free
Boys
reign.
are like ain't gonna do shit.
Free reign.
So I think that with all the moves they're making, we're gonna be good enough to get in the playoffs, but not go very far.
I mean, it'll be better than last year.
But we won't be bad enough to be a lottery team.
Yeah, so we'll be right in the middle.
We're gonna suck this year, and we're gonna suck next
But
year.
we're not gonna. It's like we're gonna be.
you're in NBA hell basically.
We're gonna be a middle class college student whose parents are in the middle class. Like, you don't make enough money
for financial aid.
Yeah, well, you
No,
make
you make
too much money
for
to get financial aid, but you don't
make enough to enjoy your life.
Yeah, so
you got to work.
Good luck getting student loans.
So you got
Hell no, motherfuckers!
So
Wake
we'll
the
give you
fuck
student loans,
up.
but you got to work,
Yeah,
and all that money's gonna go for your loans.
exactly.
So
Your next gripe.
All right, my last and final gripe is comic book nerds. So recently, Marvel has been doing this new thing for the past couple years, where they have been taking their mainstay characters and change them up a little bit, or gave their mantle to somebody else. Like, for example, about 2 years ago, Thor became a woman. Captain America, he was replaced by his longtime partner, the Falcon, who was a new Captain America. But Marvel's doing this whole thing where they're trying to do like more progressive, trying to integrate more diverse characters and just. But I don't really see it as that. I think they're just trying to spice up their books. These books have been around for almost a century. Like Captain America was introduced in the 40s. They're in World War II. Iron Man and Thor, they were during the 60s. And so eventually those stories are going to get old. So you have to do something new and uplifting to try to catch new readers. If you do the same thing over and over again, it just gets fucking boring. So that's how I see it. But people are getting so butthurt about it, and people lost their shit on the internet a couple days ago because
Iron Man?
Yeah, Iron Man is being replaced by a 15-year-old black girl. The writer who came up with it, he came up with the idea because he said he was visiting Chicago one day, and he read this story about this teenage girl who grew up in a really shitty neighborhood, but she was like super smart, and then she ended up going to, I believe, MIT.
She was like super. I remember that. I don't know exactly where she went.
And he was just thinking about how terrible her situation could have been because she grew up in a terrible neighborhood. So he got that idea, and so she's replacing Tony Stark as Iron Man. And I just went on the message boards for these websites, and it's all like, I'm not saying these people are racist, but they're just so against something different. But at the same time, something has to change. I mean, you can't have the same shit. Even soap operas, they've been around for years, but they change the characters and shit like that. You can't read the same thing over and over again.
That's what they want.
Yeah, I guess so. They want new stories, but at the same time, they don't want anything to change.
I'm glad they're changing it up. I'm all for it. Just like when they, was it a while back when they had when Spider-Man became, was it Miles?
Oh yeah, they introduced
Puerto Rican Spider-Man.
He was a half black, half Puerto Rican Spider-Man.
Yeah,
but the reason why people didn't get so upset because it was like in a different universe.
So it didn't interfere.
It wasn't their main Spider-Man.
It wasn't Peter Parker wasn't replaced by that guy.
It was a Peter Parker, but it was a Peter Parker from a different universe. So their main Spider-Man wasn't changed, but this other Spider-Man. People weren't as upset by it.
Because they don't have to read that.
Yeah, they don't have to read that.
They could just read Spider-Man.
So they kind of
these people don't have to read anything.
Yeah, they don't have to read anything. But
so fuck you.
That's what they say. They're like, oh fuck Marvel. They're like giving into the PC crowd. I'm done with it. Like if they act like Marvel just.
Yeah.
What does our comic book friend think about these?
Who our friend?
You don't have to.
You're supposed to use his real name.
All right.
Too late now.
Yeah. It's too late now.
Nobody knows his last name.
All right, whatever. What does he think about it?
No, give him a nickname.
What's the last
Now you're gonna make me go through and I have to.
I came up with a nickname, but I don't want to say it.
You're a dick. I know what you're gonna say. You know what? How about we just?
Can you bleep out his name? Can you bleep out his name and I'll use?
Yes, I'll delete it.
All right, so
But I'll just add a beep.
Yeah, so Fetty Wap. So
wow.
You're gonna bleep out his name, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, you better.
I'm so glad he doesn't listen.
All right. I feel terrible now. I don't want to say.
He one of these days he's gonna break down and he's gonna listen.
No, he's not. He's never gonna listen to it. All right, so Fatty Wap, I don't know what he thinks about it, and that was a waste of time.
You could have just said I don't know.
Yeah.
Instead of going through this whole thing.
I'm so glad he doesn't listen to this show.
I think I'm just gonna pull all that out. Anyway.
No, don't pull that because it was funny.
All right, so that's.
Hell no, motherfuckers!
Yeah,
Wake the fuck up.
I have 2 gripes. We only have time for one, so I'm gonna do one.
No, just do both of them.
Are we out of minutes?
We are over an hour.
Oh shit!
Do it fast.
All right, first gripe. I hate people that dislike GMOs. Real quick.
Yeah, they're good.
What do you call it? They're like people that just hate GMOs. They're just anti-GMO. GMOs, like fuck GMOs. Like GMOs are so bad. Blah blah. Yet they don't know what the fuck. Just because it's changed, made in a lab, or like doesn't mean it's bad. Not all GMOs are bad. And so basically, what sprouts this is that they were trying to make this. They're making this like gold rice, for like poverty. High poverty countries, which can't really grow food, and this rice is modified so it's able to grow in like and like droughts and like
Or
where you can't
extreme temperatures.
and it's made to like survive
Extreme conditions.
in extreme conditions. And the guy who's making it is a Nobel Prize winning scientist. And people are just fucking ragging on him. Like these non-GMO groups are just like, fuck you, can't make that, blah, blah. Like, it's like, dude, he's trying to help somebody. He's not like fucking.
He's not trying to like make money off of it.
Right. It's just he's trying to help people. And you guys are just fucking shitting on him for trying to like make some guys help people fucking eat.
Do you think if they asked somebody who was in one of those impoverished countries, was like, "Hey, what do you think about GMOs?"
Well, no, these are
fuck.
These are
I'm trying to eat.
Exactly. These are all.
Give me that rice.
These are first world problems, man.
Give me that GMO
What?
rice.
It's irradiated. I could still eat it, right?
Right. It's like fuck, man. Like shut the fuck up already. So what? It's genetically modified. Do you even know what that means? Probably not. So shut up about it. Let him do his thing. Science isn't bad. Anyway.
It's not bad, but do you trust everything that's GMO?
No, I don't trust everything that's GMO. I'm not saying that all GMO is good, but
I'm saying not all GMO is bad.
But not all GMO is bad.
But how can you tell?
That's the thing. You can't. I do believe in labeling. Like I think like we like.
So here's the thing. Like okay, you can't tell. So say like you're given like 10 items.
Right.
And you're like, all right, 5 of these will give you cancer, 5 of these won't. What are you gonna? No, they're all GMO. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna just avoid the GMO?
No.
So you're gonna take your chance?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Okay, but some people won't.
We already talked.
Well,
about
yeah, because dude, everything fucking gives you cancer nowadays.
Yeah.
You can't eat meat anymore. You can't eat chickens. You can't eat.
You can't stand outside too long,
dude. Seriously, you can't eat red meat. Okay, because that shit's gonna give you cancer. You can't have fucking
bacon. Bacon gives you cancer.
Yeah, bacon will give you cancer. Fucking chicken. They're saying poultry. Certain types of poultry will give you cancer. You can't have fish because it contains so much mercury, which will also kill you. You can't eat shit. All right.
Sunlight
And then,
will kill
and then
you.
even organic shit that's not GMO, you still have fucking pesticides in that shit, and pesticides will kill you. So what the fuck? So chill the fuck out. Quit being a bitch about it. Just eat it and stop complaining.
We're all gonna die anyway.
Yeah. Life isn't meant to be isn't meant to last forever.
Let's go to McDonald's right
YOLO,
now.
motherfucker.
I bet you won't go to McDonald's right now.
Who, me?
Yeah,
I don't really like McDonald's, but I'll go
right.
because I ain't no bitch.
that's right.
You ain't never no bitch.
I ain't never no
I
bitch.
love me some
Just to prove your
GMOs.
point, you eat McDonald's.
That's right.
I love some GMOs.
Hell no, motherfuckers!
That's gripe number
Wake
one.
the fuck
My
up.
second gripe is actually going to transition into our next segment.
I hate GMOs, by the way. I avoid them at all costs.
Do you really?
No, I don't. I don't. I mean,
That's because you're not ignorant.
Can I mini gripe? I hate it when like food products they try to act like I'm dumb. They say enriched. All right. What do you mean enriched?
And
That could be anything in
Yeah.
there.
Actually, let me add to this. I sent you guys an article, but you did not read it.
No, I didn't.
About the organic industry and how scientifically, like how science identifies organic, and it's all like people that eat organic. Oh, I'm only eating organic. This is organic, so it's good. No, motherfucker. Just because it says organic on the goddamn label doesn't mean it's good.
You know what
for
it
you.
bothered-
The Oreos are organic. The Oreos coming out with an organic version of Oreos. Does that mean that Oreos are good for you just because it's organic? No, it's not.
You know what bothered me the other day? I was at work and these girls are like, I wonder if they have an organic section. Bitch. Why? It's not going to make a difference.
do you even know why?
You're still ugly.
Right.
You still. Woo! Organic tomatoes ain't gonna make you look good.
Yeah. All right. Go on
All
your
right.
second gripe.
All right, my second gripe.
Hell no, motherfuckers! Wake the fuck
I eat all
up.
organic, by the way.
Good for you.
No, actually, I don't. I can't afford that shit.
All right, so my next gripe is actually going to lead into our next segment, so I might as well just do it.
Oh, this is why we were rushing. Oh, but I bet we got time for this.
No, we don't actually. So, all right. My next gripe / not an MMA segment is about John Jones. For those of you who don't know who John Jones is is ex-light heavyweight champion of the world. He has gotten in some trouble recently. He got caught doing cocaine in a drug test not that long, like a couple years ago.
You're caught doing cocaine.
Yeah, crack cocaine. Then
that's the good shit.
he got into a accident, a hit and run accident. He fled the scene of an accident. He hit a pregnant woman, broke her arm, left the car, came back actually to pick up money that he had left in the car, then left again, running. So and then he got stripped of his title, and he is he's fighting back. He barely came back, had one fight, and now he's supposed to fight this weekend at UFC 200 on Saturday for the belt again. But he got popped. He pissed hot. He got popped by the USDA or USADA, USADA. Sorry, not USDA. USADA. They popped him for a banned substance. We don't know what substance it is yet. We don't know exactly. We don't know the specifics of it
So
yet.
it could have been anything.
Could have been anything. As of recently, a couple of fighters.
GMOs.
It could have been GMOs, I guess. A couple. Actually, you know what? Tainted meat in Mexico. I guess a couple people have been getting popped for tainted meat. If you go to Mexico and eat like steak and stuff, it could be tainted and have banned substances that are on the ban list at the USADA ban list. So anyway, besides the point. So he gets popped. My gripe is people that are just like automatically. He's guilty without being, automatically guilty. We don't know anything yet. Like this is all they did was suspend him because he failed the test. We don't know what he's failed for. He still has a B sample which they're gonna test, which is the second sample of his blood. They're gonna test that to see if it still shows with the same substance that he got suspended for. Not only that, but it could be a tainted supplement. These guys all take supplements. Okay, the thing about these supplements, they're made in a factory.
Yeah, but the guy's like a shithead.
He is a shithead. I agree. He's a complete fuck up. But it still doesn't mean, like this specific case, I'm just talking about this case in general, doesn't mean that he did it on purpose. I don't know, like, I don't necessarily want to just jump on saying he's a cheater.
So he accidentally doped.
It's possible. People have actually done that. So like I said, tainted supplements is a big problem. The thing is that these supplements are made in these factories, okay? And these companies are making like multiple different types of supplements. Some things are banned on this banned list, some things aren't. And the thing is that they don't clean the machines, obviously, like after each supplement. So what they do is sometimes parts of the supplement that they made, for example, the batch they made before, will go into these supplements that are not banned, and it'll be tainted. So a little bit of that tainted supplement will be in his blood, and he'll automatically pop.
I've heard that argument before. I've heard that exact same. Yeah, I heard exactly what you're talking about when they were talking about Lance Armstrong.
Yeah, but Lance Armstrong,
and we all know how that turned out.
That's different. Lance Armstrong was blood doping. That's completely different.
I'm just saying.
We've already the USADA, the same people that have tested him are the ones that tested Lance Armstrong, and the guy that busted him, Jeff Nowitzki, he works for the UFC now. He used to work for the IRS, and he's the one that busted Lance Armstrong.
So he's obviously right.
No, hold on. We've already had two fighters, Yoel Romero and Tim Means, who were both suspended for also the same thing, for banned substances, and both have been cleared because they were tainted supplements. Okay? And it's from the exact same two people that busted Lance Armstrong. So you're going to tell me that this can't be the exact same case?
For those of you that don't know, John Jones, that's the guy, right?
Can you turn that music off?
No. That's part of the segment.
John Jones is kind of he's an asswipe. So to me,
but same thing. We were
guilty.
Same thing.
Guilty.
All right. How does that not? How does that not apply to what we were talking about earlier? The guy that got shot. He's a felon. He was previously he's done stupid shit. Why isn't he automatically like okay?
Because John Jones is still alive.
That's not the point. But that's his career. This is how he feeds his family. Like why should we call him a cheater before and ruin his reputation and his career? Before we have any other facts.
For those who don't know, John Jones is a shithead.
Oh my god,
he's an ass. And
that still doesn't.
I hope he never fights again.
Oh my god! First of all, I don't hope that.
I do hope that
he is possibly the best. He is possibly the best fighter of all time. He is very close to being the best fighter of all time. The only thing is that these things that he keeps doing are obviously bringing his career down.
Yeah, and he's a fucking idiot.
I'm not saying he's not an idiot.
So if you want,
but it doesn't mean he's guilty.
He's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean he's guilty for this.
All right, fine. You want to idolize a fucking idiot?
I'm not idolizing him.
That's on you. That's the problem with America today. America idolizes, and they put these complete fuckwads on pedestals.
I'm not putting him on a pedestal. He is an idiot.
You're just saying he's like the best fighter of our time.
What is that? What does one thing have to do with the other?
He's a shithead.
Just because you're a shithead doesn't mean that you're bad at your job.
He is a shithead.
You're a shithead. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you still do good at your job.
No, he doesn't.
I'm terrible.
Okay, well you're one of the few.
He catches Pokemon at the job about that.
There's some people.
Whoa, hold on. I catch Pokemon,
catching Pokemon
on my
right
lunch
now.
break.
Just catch a Pokemon right now while we're supposed to record.
There's some people.
Oh shit, I am too.
There's some people that are shitheads that are good at their job. Doesn't mean you're any less good at your job. Just like him, he's still a shithead. Doesn't mean he's any less good at fighting. All right, that's besides the point.
UFC's better off without him.
No, they're not actually. But all right. So that fight got canceled. He's no longer fighting Daniel Cormier. So
Which is a good thing.
Let's go. No, it's not. It's always gonna be a great fight.
thing.
It's not a great thing. So this weekend, UFC 200. Actually, today, right now, as we speak, there's a fight going on. Rafael Dos Anjos versus Eddie Alvarez. I'm not going to comment on that because it's going on as we speak, and I don't know anything about it. No. Tomorrow, there's another championship fight. Joanna Jędrzejczyk versus Claudia Gadelha.
Don't know who either of those are.
It's pretty even on betting odds. So as far as betting, don't worry about it because it's even. You're not going to make any money.
Okay, who's Daniel Cormier gonna fight?
We don't know yet. Rumors are Anderson Silva, but not sure. It hasn't been released yet. So yeah, check out the fights Friday.
I can tell you he's not fighting.
If you listen to this by Friday, or if you listen to this on Friday early, check out the fight tonight. Joanna Jędrzejczyk is possibly one of the most exciting women fighters on the planet. So check her out. Claudia Gadelha is no slouch. The last time they fought, it was a very close fight, and this is for a championship. All right. So Saturday night, guys, do not. Even if you don't like UFC, you will like it after watching this card. This card is completely stacked. I mean, I don't know about you guys. I know here at our NKOTP, we're planning. At least I'm planning on watching it at one of our friends' house.
Was it Saturday?
You guys were invited. Yes.
I'm busy Saturday.
No, you're not. What are you doing?
Yes, I am.
What are you doing?
I'm going to Zombie something.
So you can do that after that.
With who?
Huh?
With who?
What time are you going?
Look, man, you guys are asking too many goddamn questions. Way too many goddamn questions.
Can I go? All right, turn off that music.
You wouldn't go.
All right.
Go where?
Because it's not free.
All right, you guys are killing you guys are wasting my time. So anyway, all right, there's tons of fights. There's going to be 3 championship fights that night. First championship fight is for the interim featherweight championship. Jose Aldo, who used to ex featherweight champion, versus Frankie Edgar, ex lightweight champion. They are both fighting for the interim. Whoever wins this fight will fight Conor McGregor for the featherweight championship. These are if you guys want to bet. Jose Aldo is a -110 and Frankie Edgar is a -120. This is pretty even. You guys aren't going to make any money on this. I wouldn't even put any money on it because they're both minus money.
From what I've gathered.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
Miesha Tate versus Amanda Nunes, second championship fight of the night. Actually, I'm lying. There was 3 championship fights. There's only 2 now because of John Jones and Daniel Cormier. Miesha Tate versus Amanda Nunes are fighting. Miesha Tate is a -260. She is the current women's bantamweight champ, and Amanda Nunes is a +200. If you're gonna bet and you want to take a chance, put down money on Amanda Nunes. You put down $100, you will win $200. Amanda is a beast. It is. She can beat Miesha Tate. I'm not saying Miesha will lose, but it is a possibility that Amanda will win. There's a high possibility, so throw some money on that. Last fight of the night, main event. Mark Hunt versus Brock Lesnar. Everybody knows who Brock Lesnar is, you WWE fans. Brock Lesnar, he's back. Brock is a +145. He's an underdog. So if you guys believe in Brock, which I kind of don't, even though he was a champion, put some money on Brock. But whatever, it's up to you. Brock sucks. And that is it for my Not an MMA segment.
Like that's it for good?
No, just
I
for
hope
today.
so.
Like, whew. I'm glad you got it out of your system. You can go ahead and delete that MP3 now.
Nope, just for today. Till the next big fight card. So yeah, check it out. All right, guys. Let's get to our question real quick, and then we will do right after our question, we're gonna play a little game.
I got another complaint.
A fun game.
I got another complaint.
What?
The Bulls just traded Mike Dunleavy to the Cleveland Cavaliers, so
Okay, we knew that was coming. They're clearing up cap space.
fuck them. Go ahead.
All right. So
Not Dovenly.
not what?
His name. That's his name.
That's his name.
Oh, okay. All right. So here's our.
Too many questions. There's too many questions.
The appropriate question is, where in the hell are they?
Excuse me. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
I got
My answers frighten you, Vincent, then you should cease asking scary questions.
I got a question. Why do I have to use Stardust to level up my Pokemon. That doesn't make any sense.
No, you use the Poke Candy to level them up. The
Yeah.
Stardust to make them more powerful. Like if you go down here. You see
But
what-
like when I try to do power up, it says I don't have enough Stardust.
So that's how much you have.
Well, yeah, why do I need Stardust to level them up? That's stupid.
Can we stop with the nerd talk? Let's get to our question.
I just don't understand why Pokemon needs Stardust. It's probably like that should be advanced substance. Stardust.
All right.
Dude, I got hella Stardust.
So today's question is, Dear Tony and Mamba, my 21-year-old son, Evan, recently moved out to be with his girlfriend. They live in a small apartment and cannot afford a lot beyond the basics, including internet. They spend every moment at my house when they are not working. They use our internet, eat our food, and drink our beverages. I know this may sound terrible, but I want my freedom. I don't feel I should be obligated to give them free food and internet every day, considering that they show up with new phones and new speakers in their cars. When I try to discuss it with them, they accuse me of being mean. They don't comprehend why I feel taken advantage of. If they would come to visit me instead of just hang around, I'd welcome it, but neither of them hardly speaks to me while they're here. How do I approach this without making Evan and his girlfriend feel completely unwelcome? Mom needing space in Texas.
All right, this is obviously a Caucasian family.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Because
my mom doesn't give a fuck.
my mom would just slap the shit out of me. If her biggest issue is that her son is calling her mean, then oh man,
Yeah, you got bigger things to worry about.
that is the poster picture of first world problems. All right, so obviously this kid's just freeloading. Here's what you do: you change the Wi-Fi password. Mm-hmm. You don't give it to him, and that way he'll at least have to acknowledge you and talk to you when he's there,
And
even if it is to get the Wi-Fi password.
What if she doesn't know how to change it?
Okay, well, she could figure it out.
She can figure it out.
She can call her
She's
provider.
white. She could probably afford to have someone go over and change it for
She
her.
could provide. She could.
You know what? Fuck it. Call me. I'll charge you a nominal fee, and I will go change.
She
the
could
Wi-Fi
call her
password.
provider. All right. Oh, go ahead. Go finish.
So that's one thing you could do. As far as the food goes, get shit they don't like,
yeah.
or make shit that they have to cook. Because obviously they're just going for the shit that's already prepared.
They're like coming over and eating all your cereal. Well, get regular Cheerios.
Yeah,
Don't get Honey Nut. Get regular Cheerios.
Oh, Honey Nut's actually, I don't like Honey Nut Cheerios.
I love Honey Nut Cheerios.
Fucking terrible.
Okay, well, get
Terrible cereal. Get
all
cornflakes.
Get
Just regular old.
yeah, and don't have any sugar.
But don't get it at like Jewel or Whole Foods. Go to like those outlet stores
Or
where
Aldi.
where that shit's like half expired.
All right, get cereal that doesn't come in boxes but in bags.
Yeah, it's like go to Walmart. They got like these big ass bags of cereal. Get that.
And get like 1% milk.
No, there's even worse than 1%. There's like low fat free milk.
I didn't even know that was possible.
Yeah, it's basically just water, like white water. Get fat free milk. Get complete. Get powder milk. Even better.
It's water with white food coloring.
No, get powder milk. So basically, they have to make the milk. They have to get powder milk. Get shit cereal.
Soy milk's pretty bad.
As far as beverages, soy milk is good. As far as beverages go, get fucking, was it kombucha or kombucha? You guys ever had that?
No.
That shit is fucking nasty. I bought one because it was on clearance. Now I know why that shit was on clearance. I mean, I had to power through because the deal is the deal is the deal. But that shit tastes like fucking vinegar. Vinegar and fucking rust. Fucking terrible. Get a bunch of that shit. Get kombucha tea. Like I promise you.
Yeah. They want to come over and drink all your stuff. Get crab juice and Mountain Dew.
Yeah. Ugh.
Ugh.
I'll take the crab juice.
Woo. Simpsons joke.
Yeah. So yeah. And yeah. That'll solve your problem.
I just tell your son straight up, like, look, you guys are living in your own. I don't want you guys coming over here and mooching all the time.
And if he's like, you're mean. Oh, well.
Yeah, that's what my mom is. So I don't think they listen to the podcast, but my sister moved out with her boyfriend like a year ago. And my mom's like, all right, fine. She wants to be on her own. Let her. So my mom find out that sometimes, like, my sister will ask me for cash. I mean, I do the same for her. Like, if she asks me for money, I'll be like, hey, can I let me borrow $20 or something just because, like, I gave her some money. So my mom found out this was going on. She was like, don't you give her any money? She wants to be out on her own. Let her. She's like, don't give her anything. I'm like, yeah, but she's my sister. She's like, I don't care. Don't give her shit. She want to move out? Let her move out. And, yeah, my sister doesn't ask me for shit now.
Your mom is a very smart woman.
Yeah, so that you know, that's how it is. They want to be on. They want to act like they're adults, then let them. She didn't give the age of these kids, did she?
Yeah, 21.
21, I was about to say.
Yeah, why'd she let him move out in the first place?
I'm sure
He's old
I'm
enough.
sure he wanted to.
That I was talking about.
He wanted to bang his girlfriend without being his mom around.
I was talking to my girlfriend about this. I kind of made fun of her. I think she got upset about it.
Wait, you have a girlfriend?
Yeah, shut up.
For those of you who couldn't hear that,
Our studio audience was in awe
of Mamba having
that
a
Mamba
girlfriend.
has a girlfriend. Oh yeah, how's that going? Give us a girlfriend update.
So
Did she cut your hair?
yeah, she cut my hair.
Oh, it looks nice. Looks nicer than.
Yeah, you look.
Yeah, people were telling me I looked homeless.
You look.
But anyways,
presentable.
Yeah.
I was making fun of my girlfriend because she moved out, and
Hold on. Did she cut your hair the way she wanted, or did you ask for that haircut?
she cut it the way that she wanted it.
Why am I not surprised? She's changing you already.
Wow,
It was free. What do you want me to do?
how the mighty have fallen.
I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth.
That's true. That's true. You
She
don't
was
look-
like,
you don't look
"Hey."
horse in the mouth.
I'm gonna give you a haircut. I'm like, okay. She was
I mean,
like,
but you could have got the haircut you wanted from your sister.
I just wanted it to
Yeah,
be.
doesn't your sister cut your hair for free?
Yeah.
They were both for free. I just wanted to be free. I was at her house yesterday, and she was like, "I'll cut your hair." I was like,
So
"Okay."
you could have gotten either haircut for free. Just one of them was what she wanted.
Well, at the same time, I barely see my sister, so it was more convenient for me to get it cut by my girlfriend. I was spending the night by her house anyways. I'm like, all right, cut it.
Sounds like excuses.
I don't care.
You're a changed
Your
man.
mom cuts your haircut.
She does not.
Yeah, she-
I go to,
And that's that she doesn't want to. You beg her to.
Yeah.
I go to Sport Clips.
And then afterwards,
You
she's like,
beg her to cut your hair so you don't have to go out in public like that.
Shout out to Sport
it's
Clips.
because afterwards she's like, "What a handsome young man," and he gets really like,
He's like, oh,
Yeah.
thanks, mom.
I don't even remember what we're talking about.
Talk about you having a girlfriend.
No, we're talking about. Oh, anyways, that's like a white thing to do, to move out at a young age. I think white people are pressured to move out, and look, he regrets it because he doesn't have enough for Wi-Fi. Don't be afraid to not move out because that shit is terrible. I like not spending money on rent.
All right.
Right? I mean,
Yeah, that's fine. I'm
there's
okay
4
with that.
people in this room, and 3 of them still live at home. So, well, Turok, you kind of still live at home too.
Yeah, you.
I pay rent. I
You-
pay rent.
I mean,
Yeah.
But I mean, that's kind of a small living space.
Yeah,
got.
you live in
Like
a closet.
your accommodations are like it's like a fire hazard at one, like almost. Like there's no window. Like there's like a fuse box right by your pillow.
Which would probably is a fire hazard. All right, enough of that.
All right, so let's get to our game, shall we? We haven't played a game in a long
Are we still recording? What the
time.
fuck? Are we
I
not
thought
done?
we're out of time.
We are, but let's get to our game anyway.
All right.
So first to 5. That's how we'll play
All
it.
right.
First to 5. I'm going to give each one will take a turn with one question. First to 5. Okay. This is who said it? Donald Trump or Frank Reynolds? Thank you to Turok, our studio audience. He's the one that gave us this game. So I'm going to give you a quote. You're going to have to tell me who said it. Frank Reynolds.
Frank Reynolds
from It's Always Sunny.
All right, so I'm
or
probably going to
Donald-
win.
Or it's Donald Trump. I told Tony this already when I came when I was told
Yeah.
we're going to do the game.
We talked about it. I'm pretty sure Mom was gonna win,
But it's okay because
And-
Tony's already won every game.
and
we've
it's
ever
okay
played.
because we decided that you need a win.
All right,
Yeah.
so I need a W.
You need a W in
I'm
your
tired
in
of
that
taking
column.
L's.
Yeah,
So
those L's are piling up fast.
first to 5. Ready?
All right.
Yeah.
Mom, actually, Tony will go first since you're at an advantage.
Can I steal?
No, you cannot steal.
Okay.
No stealing. Each of you will get a different quote.
All right.
Ready? Tony, there's nothing more threatening to a man than a woman who's smart and attractive. Who said that? Donald Trump or Frank Reynolds?
Frank Reynolds.
You are correct. That was Frank Reynolds. Ready?
Uh huh.
Mamba. All the women flirted with me, consciously or unconsciously. That's to be expected. Donald Trump or Frank Reynolds?
Fuck. I'm gonna say Donald Trump.
Tied at 1-1. Studio audience member, Mr. Turok, can you keep score? 1-1.
Score.
You're our official scorekeeper.
He's catching Pokemon.
All right. Tony, when was the last time you saw a Chevrolet in Tokyo? Frank Reynolds or Donald Trump?
Donald Trump.
That was Donald Trump. Mamba, 2-1. Ready? Nobody's eating anyone's babies. Who said that? Frank Reynolds?
I mean, that's pretty.
Trump.
Oh, wow.
Frank Reynolds.
At least give me the easy ones.
That was Frank Reynolds. 2-2. All right. Tony. A certificate of live birth is not the same thing by any stretch of the imagination as a birth certificate. Frank Reynolds or Donald Trump?
Wait, say it again. I want to make sure I heard it right.
A certificate of live birth is not the same thing by any stretch of the imagination as a birth certificate.
I'm going to say Donald Trump only because he was bitching about Obama not being like a U.S. citizen or something.
That was Donald Trump.
That was hilarious.
All right. What's the score?
3-2.
Mamba 2, Tony 3.
All right, 3-2. Mamba going for another tie. Laziness is a trait in the blacks. Frank Reynolds or Donald Trump?
Frank Reynolds.
What?
No way.
I might win.
Did I lose?
No, because it's first to 5.
He actually said that?
Donald Trump said that.
Did they say when he said it?
No, it just says that he's the one that
I'm
said
going to look that up right now. I'm not even upset that I lost. That's like a ridiculous answer.
All right. So Mamba's down by 1.
Yeah,
Right.
3-2.
All right, Tony. These are like penalty kicks, man. You got to miss one.
I see.
All right,
It's getting intense, man.
Tony.
I didn't expect to get more than one right on these.
The concept of global warming was created by and for the Chinese in order to make U.S. manufacturing non-competitive. Donald Trump or Frank Reynolds?
I'm going to go with Donald Trump.
Yeah, he won.
4-3, right?
4-2.
4-2. Sorry. All right.
You can't miss.
Mamba, you can't miss this one. You have to get it right.
All right, that's not true because Donald Trump allegedly said laziness is a trait in blacks.
Okay, but he's the one that said it.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Irregardless. All right. Mamba, are you ready?
Yes.
You sure?
Sure.
A woman in politics is like a donkey doing calculus. Frank Reynolds or Donald Trump?
Donald Trump. Dang.
That was
Oh my God.
Frank Reynolds.
There's supposed to be an easy win for you.
I know.
I watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I don't remember any of these quotes though.
All right. So, Tony, if you get
I
this
get
right,
I win.
you win.
If not, we
You keep going.
keep going.
Do you how do you have this many quotes?
Oh, there's like more than 30.
Oh, okay.
So there will be a winner in this.
Yeah, there's 32 quotes.
All right.
By the law of averages, there will be a winner.
All right. Tiny children are not horses. Frank Reynolds or Donald Trump?
Frank Reynolds. What the fuck? Oh shit! I thought for sure that was Donald Trump.
That was
Or I
Donald
mean,
Trump.
Oh fuck! I mean, I thought for sure that was. Frank Reynolds.
I'm more interested about when does he say these things?
Hey man,
You can say anything at
All
any
right,
time.
Mamba, you're still alive.
All right,
Still alive,
cool.
Mamba.
Don't call it a comeback.
That's right.
What is it? 4-2?
Yep.
All right.
All right. All right. Jesus. All right. People are tired of these nice people. Donald Trump or Frank Reynolds?
Frank Reynolds.
Damn, Mamba, you fucking suck.
All right. Can I forfeit?
No.
Nope.
No quitting here.
No.
All right, Tony.
You gotta take that out. You gotta take it hard.
All right, Tony.
All right.
Next
For the
quote-
win.
Next quote for the win. This is game point. That's the bad Korea. Frank Reynolds or Donald Trump?
Donald Trump. What?
That was Frank Reynolds, sir.
Oh shit. Damn, Mambo. I'm giving you chances here left and right.
These have gotten increasingly hard.
All right. Mamba,
Yes.
you can still come back here.
Okay. I don't think there's any coming back from this.
Free trade is terrible. Free trade can be wonderful if you have smart people, but we have stupid people. Donald Trump or Frank Reynolds?
I'm going to say Donald Trump. Okay.
Ooh, don't call it a comeback.
All right. You just need to miss the next one.
I need to miss the next one. You need to get the next one.
And then I get.
I need to miss the following, and you need to get the next one right.
Well, the rate we're going.
All right, ready? Tony, for the win again. You've already missed the last, what, 2?
2.
All right.
Luckily, I got fouled, so I get another chance.
All right. The only kind of people I want counting my money are little short guys that wear yarmulkes every day. Frank Reynolds or Donald Trump?
Fuck.
Like, that's pretty anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
But it's still crazy enough that's something Donald Trump would say.
Fuck. I'm gonna go against my gut because my gut's been wrong the past 2 times. I'm gonna say that is Frank Reynolds. Oh, shit.
That is a Donald Trump quote.
Fuck. All right, Mambo.
All right. Mamba,
Yeah.
you can still kick him back. If he gets this, he's tied, right?
Yeah.
All right. I'll tell you, it's big business. If there is one word to describe Atlantic City, it's big business. Or 2 words, big business. Donald Trump or Frank Reynolds?
All right. Since I know that Donald Trump opened the Taj Mahal in Atlantic City, and I don't think the cast of It's Always Sunny has been to Atlantic City, I'm going to say Donald Trump. Oh.
Damn.
Well, they're tied.
Oh, shit.
All right, well, we need a tiebreaker. So
Game 7.
Even if Tony gets this one right, I'm going to give Mamba gets a chance to tie
Win
it.
by 2 points or what?
Yeah, you have to
What
win
is
by 2.
fucking deuce? You can't call deuce towards the end of the game. The rule is first to 5.
Well, yeah, but it's
You
unfair.
can't, you can't call deuce.
No, I mean, if he gets it right, I don't care.
Yeah.
All right, well,
Do we even have enough
what-
questions?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, there's plenty.
There's still plenty more. I'm just saying because it's not fair if he doesn't get at least a shot. Because
it's fair.
You went first.
It doesn't matter.
I mean, it wasn't fair that he
It's
doesn't
fair
even
because
watch
I don't have home court advantage.
He doesn't watch the
I
show.
don't watch the show.
I'm embarrassed that I
Well, he
watch
does,
the show.
and he got most of them wrong. All right, Tony, you ready?
I'm ready.
Game point
All right. Again.
Two dudes getting married. That doesn't seem very gay. Frank Reynolds or Donald Trump?
Oh, shit.
I know this.
Oh.
Can I steal?
No, you can't steal.
All right, I'm going to steal anyways.
No, you can't steal.
Since he knows this, I'm assuming he must have seen that episode. So I'm going to say Frank Reynolds.
You're an idiot.
That's the only reason I'm going to say Frank. Because
Oh, my
he
God.
gave
Why
it
did I
away.
say
He
that?
was too confident. Yeah, he was too confident in that.
Oh,
I know he doesn't listen to Donald Trump that much. So for him to be that confident, I'm like, all right, he must be.
All right, Mamba.
Whoo. No, it's game over.
Is it?
Yeah.
You sure?
We didn't call deuce.
I think we should say tie. I think we should give him a chance. He's probably gonna get it wrong anyway.
Congratulations, I played myself.
Take that W.
Yeah. See, Turok says let him.
All right. Take that W? Yeah, I'll take the W.
Say take that L. Sorry.
All right. Here's your quote, Mamba. You know, it really doesn't matter what the media write, as long as you've got a young and beautiful piece of ass. Donald Trump or Frank Reynolds?
All right. I'm going to say Donald Trump. Oh. Are we
You
still
tied it.
going?
I mean, I guess. All right.
I'm not going to say anything else. I'm just going to shut up.
All right, Tony, ready?
Ready.
I've got Magnum condoms. I've got my wad of hundreds. I'm ready to plow. Frank Reynolds or Donald Trump?
Frank Reynolds.
I was going to say something too.
All right, Mamba. It's not your fault, sweetie. You're just not pretty enough. Frank Reynolds or Donald Trump?
Donald Trump.
Tony wins. That was Frank Reynolds.
All right.
So I basically won. I won twice. I won twice. So take 2 L's for that motherfucker.
That's like getting a degree in something and then losing to somebody who read it on Wikipedia. That was embarrassing.
Yeah, I mean, I thought I for sure I had you pegged. I thought you were gonna win if I had to put money on it.
You were the favorite.
You were the favorite. If
Vegas odds were.
I was
totally
gonna put money on you, Mamba.
That's all right.
And you let me down. You let everybody down.
Did you actually put money on me?
No, I didn't. But
All right, then.
I could have.
I think what sealed the deal was when Mama gave me the answer, because I for sure I was gonna go with
The opposite?
with the opposite. I was gonna go with Donald Trump, but then when he said like I'm so sure
See?
about this, I'm like he must
You
have seen
could've
that.
won.
Well, it's because I remember
The
the.
problem was Mamba showed confidence.
I remember
Yeah.
the.
Don't show confidence.
I remember that. I mean, I try not to.
Don't ever show confidence.
And once I was like finally confident in something, it bit me in the ass. Now I know.
Yeah. Yeah, don't ever show confidence.
Yeah, never again in my life.
All right, guys. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/NKOTP1. Follow us on Twitter at New Kids on the Pod. See us on Instagram, also at New Kids on the Pod. Subscribe to us on iTunes and Stitcher. You can also go listen to us on NKOTP.com. Send us an email like at NKOTP sucks. Our email address is newkidsonthepod@gmail.com. Leave us a voicemail like Tony's brother called us on 774
From his government phone.
Yeah, his Obama phone. 774.
He must have ran out of minutes.
40 NKOTP. Mamba?
In a world full of Pokemon trainers, don't catch and drive.
It's dangerous.
It's dangerous.
All right, guys. We will check you out next week. Hopefully. Kissies on your dickies.
At a red light, but the face you sit around.